Hello friends, welcome back. So today we are going to see how we can create steppers in SwiftUI. So let's get started and open Xcode project. So we'll create a new project. Let's name it. So first select single view application. Let's name it stepper demo. Make sure you select Swift language and SwiftUI as a user interface. Let's save it on our desktop. Okay. So let's click resume and hope everything working fine. So yeah, that's okay. So we can start. So to create a stepper, first we need to use this keyword stepper, this one, and you have one completion handler inside this, which is or you can directly use this title and value, but what we are going to do is we are going to provide a range also. So we'll use this one, which has title, a value which is of binding type, and a range. So for title we can directly say our stepper value, then for value we need to pass a binding property. So let's create a property of state where let's name it as stepper value, and let's assign it to 0, and we can use here. So as we know, for binding we need to pass it with a $sign. So that's our binding value, and range we will give from 0 to 100. Okay, so let's run it and see how it looks. Okay, so we have it here. So let's increment and increment. So we are not able to see the actual value, so let's pass this value here only in our name only, so that we can see it here itself, the actual value. So let me do string interpolation and stepper value. So let's run it. So now you can see if I am incrementing, the value is increasing, and if I press the minus sign, the value is decrementing. So as we can see, it is completely stick to both the sides. So what we can do is, there is one format specifier which we can use, that is fixed size. So you can see this one. So if I do this, this modifier will reduce the space from the sides. So now you can see it's close enough. Also, if you want to increase the size, so you can simply change the font size to maybe headline. Let's run it, and now you can see it's a little bit bigger, but let's go with large title so it will be more clear. Run again and let's see. Okay, so now it's more clear. Now you can see. So this is one way of using steppers. There is one more way, so let's try that. Let's comment out this code. The second way is like this, stepper. Then here inside this we will use this one, which has title, on increment and on decrement. So here you have the control of what action to be performed on incrementing the value and on decrementing the value. So what we are going to do here is we'll first pass the title. So title will be again same, stepper value. Then again we want to show the value in front of this, so let's pass that value here. And now on increment, just click here and press enter. So inside this closure, what you can do is you can perform your action. Same for decrement also. If I press enter here, I have the control to perform actions here. So what we will do is we will first pass a default value as 10, and on increment we will increase that value. So we will say just stepper value plus equal to 1. Then here we will say stepper value, and here we will decrement it, so equal to 1. Then okay, let me just change this. Okay, somehow this has changed. Let me write this again, comma, on decrement we have one checkbox, then comma, on increment we will be having. Okay, so it is not giving me the second completion box, so let's write this completely again. Stepper with on increment, on decrement, and label this one. Then here we want this much, here we want this, and we don't want label here. Label will be coming at the start, so let's pass the label here. Okay, now we will just copy paste this value to save our time. We are just giving the stepper value and stepper value label, and inside this we will say stepper value plus equal to 1, and here stepper value minus equal to 1. So let's run and see. Okay, we need to add self here since we are using inside the closure. Okay, now hopefully it works. Okay, so as you can see now, I am just clicking the minus and plus, and it is incrementing and decrementing the value. So here you have the control on the actual value. So these are the two ways. So if you want to see both together, so just add a VStack which allows us to return more than one view to this body view. So let's add that. Okay, and let's increase the size of the second stepper also. Hopefully it works. Okay, fine. So now you can see, since both are connected to only one the state value, that's why it is increasing. So let's add one more state value here. So we'll call it stepper value 1. So let's change it for the second one and run it again. Okay, so now you can see the first one is working fine and the second one is also working fine. So this is how you can create stepper in SwiftUI. Hopefully you guys have liked this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.